we have a very special and esteemed guest. He is Darth Vader, David Prowse.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Nice to be back.
The one thing, and I've not said this because this is like this is my fanboy moment, if you'll allow me. But it's just, it really is, for fans, amazing to get close to you guys and think, you're the guy. The guy, that I've been watching since, and that created this whole world and this whole experience and all these friends that I've made and everything, and you're one of the chief architects of that. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll tell you, it's quite interesting that when I watch Star Wars, which I do occasionally, no, seriously, very occasionally, when Darth Vader comes in,
yes,
the very first time you ever see Darth Vader, I actually get excited. I think, that's me up there. That's actually me, yeah.
That's great.
But the rest I don't take any notice the rest of the movie. But it's just that entrance.
We did a show not long ago about that. Have you seen that fabulous book, The Complete Vader, that's been out, that's come out?
It just came out.
Yeah, it just came out. So
no, then I definitely haven't seen it. No.
We got to make sure that you see this.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous, big, oversized coffee table book about the character, from concept to all the collectibles.
Does it mention me in it?
Oh
yes, you're quite prominent in it.
That's a relief.
But when we were doing the show, we were talking with the authors, Ryder Wyndham and Pete Vilmer, and we all it just turned into kind of a geek fest about Vader, why we love Vader so much.
Yeah.
We were talking about our favorite Vader scene. Do you have a favorite Vader scene?
Well, I still think that the Darth Vader's entrance into Star Wars was the greatest entrance anybody could ever wish for in a movie.
How about it, right? He's right, isn't he?
Yeah.
Did you feel it at the time? I mean, did you know when you were shooting that it was going to be that powerful?
It was. I was being offered another job at the same time as I got Star Wars. I got two jobs, the best two jobs I've ever had in my life. I got them both at the same time. One was Star Wars, and the other one was I became the figurehead of the British government's road safety campaign for children.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I was called what they call the Green Cross Code Man.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to I used to do 3 commercials a year. Over a 5-year period, we did 15 television commercials for it. I was with the campaign for 14 years, but when I got Star Wars and the job at the same time, the people from the Department of Transport used to ring me up, and they say, "How much longer are you going to be on this film that you're doing?" And I'd say, "Well, I don't know. I've been on it for like 2 months now." And then they'd ring me up another month later, and I said, no. They said, "Have you finished that film yet?" And I said, "No, I'm still working on it." They said, "What's it like?" I said, "I think it's a right old load of rubbish, to be honest." So was I proved wrong? And this went on for 5 months, and eventually, as I said, they gave me an ultimatum. They said, "Look, either you get the week off to come and do these Green Cross Code commercials, or we're going to recast." And I thought, no, I don't want to recast. Let me. So I went to George and I said, "Do me a favor. Would you like to reschedule the movie so that I can have a week off? And he said, "Yeah, all right, yeah,
wow,
yeah,
great,
well, best day's work he ever did, yeah,
fantastic."
And the rest is history. I had 14 years of traveling all over the world, giving talks to children in schools about how to cross the road safely.
Fantastic. I mean, when Darth Vader tells you about traffic safety, you got to listen.
Well, the whole success of the campaign. Well, not the whole success, but it was largely due to the fact that although I was dressed up like Superman in this outfit, all the kids knew that the Green Cross Code Man was really Darth Vader, and it was Darth Vader talking to them about road safety. And I used to finish the talks, and I said, "Anybody got any questions you want to ask me?" I never ever got one question about road safety. Every question I got was about Star Wars.
That's right.
And here we are 30 plus years later and they're still asking you those questions.
Asking me questions,
But I do have a question about crossing the street.
Yeah.
Now, should I look right twice? I know I look right, then I look left, and I should look right again, right?
Well, it's the other way around in Great Britain, of course.
Oh, that's right.
If they look left, look right, look left again. Yeah, so,
right.
Or
See,
it's
there you go.
actually what we used to say that, but now we actually say look all around. Look all around for traffic. I mean, the Green Cross Code, I'll tell you what it is actually. It says first find a safe place to cross, then stop. Stand near the curb, not on it. That means stand back away from the curb, not right on the edge.
Right.
Look all around for traffic, and if traffic is coming, let it pass. And if there's no traffic coming, walk straight across the road, but look and listen as you cross. And that is the Green Cross Code. And if you can't remember all that, all you have to remember is 4 words, and that is stop, look, listen, and think. And that was, as I said, I spent 14 years going around the schools, 3 schools a day, five days a week.
Oh my gosh!
Through the entire school period for 14 years. Well, for the best part of 10 years at least.
Did Darth Vader ever come to your school?
No. I actually did come over. I came over to America.
Did you really?
And did some tours. I did a tour of the southern states of all places. Yeah. Alabama and places like this. Birmingham. Yeah.
Well, Dave, one of the features on this show is we cover Star Wars news. It can involve things happening with the Star Wars brand or some of the Star Wars actors, and then there's always a story or two that we go, that just doesn't seem right. That's outrageous. It's unthinkable.
I know what you're going to ask me.
We had two for you in 1 week. And we said I said to Jimmy, I'm like, we can ask him. Next week we'll ask him. So you
won't know what they're going to talk about.
Everybody wants to know.
Yeah.
Because it just seems so outrageous. But you're filming a movie.
Yeah.
And the police
That's right.
bust in, thinking that...
Not while I was there.
Oh, you weren't there?
I wasn't there, no. What happened, I got offered a very nice part in a little film, and it's called The Kindness of Strangers. And basically, it's about a father-son relationship, all right? There's also a murder, and the sister of the son gets murdered, and he's going off trying to find out who murdered the girl. And... we filmed in a big luxury hotel right in the heart of the Midlands in Great Britain, and I went in, did the filming that I had to do, then I left and went to do a convention just a bit further away, about 50 miles away, which was on the convention was on the Saturday and Sunday. I was filming on the Friday, you see. But on the after I finished on the Friday, on the Saturday the film unit moved to a private house.
Oh, okay.
And it was a night shoot, you see, and there was all the cameras and everything else in the house, and all the lights outside and the cars and everything else, you see. And some neighbour actually reported them to the police and said there was a porn movie being filmed at this house, you see.
Uh-huh.
And of course the police raided the place. But they only stayed there 10 minutes because nothing interesting was happening. Right. But it made all the news, and it was like porn movie starring Dave Prowse. and of course I was worried to death. I thought, well, this is the ruination of my career, And everybody said, no, this is not. This is the greatest thing that's ever happened, He said, because now that here I am, I'm 74 years of age. He said that people actually can think of you as a porn star.
This might open up some doors for you here,
Yeah,
maybe you'll start. This phone will start ringing.
Whole new career opening up for me.
Well, that's what was news. It was Darth Vader and
the other thing. I was on my way there.
Yes.
And my car broke down, and I got rescued by the highway service. You see. And the highway service eventually, they recognized me eventually. And I was there signing on this motorway with all the traffic whizzing past, and they're signing autographs on it. and at the end, then when it was all over, I got a phone call from the highways agency, and they said, "Would you mind if we put a press release out to say that we'd actually rescued you from the motorway?" I was in Kenny Baker's old car. I bought this lovely Mercedes off of Kenny Baker years ago. And they said, "Can we put a press release?" So this press release went out, and they said we rescued Darth Vader, and they said, "You're the most famous person that we've ever rescued." They were all thrilled to bits. Yeah.
And what was amazing about it, what struck us as so funny is.
Well, you're talking about my porn career now.
No, that Darth Vader was driving R2-D2's car, and you think about Dave Prowse and Kenny.
It was a big.
Who's a smaller guy.
He had two cars.
Yeah.
He had that and a Rolls Royce. He had this big CL 500, 5-liter, engine.
Right.
And it was a two-door coupe, beautiful car. And he came up to me one day. He said, "I don't need two big cars, do I?" I said, "No, not really. No." He's like, "I'm going to sell one of them." I said, "Well, which one are you going to sell?" He said, "Well, no, I want to keep the Rolls Royce." I said, "Well, all right, I'll buy the Mercedes off of you." So anyway, I bought this Mercedes off of him, and it's a big car. It really is a big car. And but what he did, he left something in the car, which is a sort of legacy of Kenny Baker. Mm-hmm. And because I said it was such a big car. When he used to come out with his suitcases and things like that, and he had a little ladder. He used to get a ladder out of the back of the car, out of the trunk. We call it the boot. You call it the trunk.
Trunk, right?
Yeah, he used to get this little ladder out the trunk. You see, and then climb up the ladder with his suitcase, put the suitcase in the back of the ladder, walk back down the ladder, then lift the ladder up and put it into the back of the trunk. But of course, by this time, the boot lid was up. You see,
right.
And of course he couldn't reach down. He couldn't reach down to get the boot lid down. You see, so what he did, he put a long piece of blue cord in the car, so that when he was down on the ground, he could just pull on this cord and pull the trunk down. So I've left this blue cord in, you see, as a relic of Kenny. So,
That's awesome.
And so when I got rescued, they all wanted to know what the blue cord in the back was.
It was for that other career of yours.
That's just why time I'm up with. Yeah.
Just imagine what that 911 call sounded like from the neighbor. Oh, I believe Darth Vader's next door filming a porno. Send the bobbies. No?
Yeah,
Hey.
great.
Guys, I know, Mr. Prowse, I know you're busy. You've got lines of people waiting for you. Thank you so much for taking a time out here.
Dave Prowse is Darth Vader.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Appreciate it so much.
Thank you.